One that'll probably be, well, it is going to be barons and chiefs, but I was probably going to do grandees as the third faction, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have ooh, wait, hold on. I actually think I can do something. Let me... I was gonna see... I thought there was a way I could have people vote with channel points for a while. Oh, some people joined. Let's see. Welcome, Lin. Welcome. Alright. It's only when Dynasty starts that you're allowed to switch your teams. So I'm gonna be beginning. If everyone's ready, I'll be starting. Welcome, Lin. What's going on? How are you? Now that you're queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Lin, an honor to finally make your acquaintance, your majesty. I was dismayed to hear of your mother's passing. Fog Envoy the Second, a pleasure, your august majesty. I hope to see your kingdom prosper and go wealthy under your reign. CEO, may the ninth god bless your reign, your majesty. I hope you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. The council immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your mother fought so hard for? We'll see. Your majesty, it was an honor to serve your mother, but now it's time for you to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. These stats are so ick. Yeah, these were all 10 last session. These two were 10. I mean, we just gotta get that count military up. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, well, I'm slapping my monarch vote on A. What are y'all gonna vote? Let's see. Welcome, Casual Boy. Welcome. You are on Grandees. Alright, we got votes A. Alright, looks like that's what we'll be doing. The party does sound nice. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? Everything has an impact on the old treasury. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your mother out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Welcome, Xing. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. We're gonna do military this one. We'll hope and pray. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. I think the stream delay is 3 seconds. I have it set to as low as possible, whatever the lowest is, which is, I think, is 0. But I think just the innate... Like, because when I click end season, I'll count, and I'll stop counting when I see it appear. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Oop, hold on, I got the old message on something. Okay, that was just the devs of King of the Castle paying, my bad. Petronella of the FMX family, notorious coastal rapscallion, scribbles the well-used quill on a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Fran III. Something must be done. Alright, patricians. What's going on, Fog Envoy FMX? Tell me. What are y'all doing? Welcome, Bob. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Alex, the kind of just. Thank you so much for popping in. Also, yeah, thank you. It's been a bit. I appreciate you just popping in to say hi. I ended the vote. Uh-oh, I didn't see Bob joined and was on patricians. I'm so sorry, Bob. But you all got Monopoly, which is raise your own trade. The patricians plan to privatize the entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. Alright, so that's trade. Balthazar of the Casual Hoy lineage, well-known southern prodigy, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright, what are y'all doing? Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Alex. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was so shocked. I was just like, what is that noise? I've never heard that noise before. Thank you. Alright, Grandees, Casual Hoy, CEO, and Ramiz. Welcome, Winter. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Alex, you deserve that Bits Leader badge, let me tell you. I'll wait for a couple other Grandees. CEO, Ramiz. This is your vote. Okay, one game and then y'all throw me out. Alright. Hop in the game. Count with 7k gold. Oh my god, Fog. I forgot Fog was in that one game where it was like 3 people and I just kept golden choicing. They kept getting money. It was great. Alright, I'm going to be ending. Oh, welcome, Circus. You are on the Grandees. Would you like to slap in a vote here? I'm about to end it in 5 seconds or so. Nah, Casual Hoy's here. That's all we need for the Grandees. The entire team. Alright. See, I saw Circus through their vote in there. The Grandees plan to persuade the Archbishop to excommunicate the Queen. First, they must lower royal credibility. 4 less stability, and now we got the counts. Amalia of the Lazio Leo dynasty, sinister eastern prodigy, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can go back to those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Fran III wears the crown. All right, what are y'all doing? Lower defiance, faith, or defiance? You know, it happens, Alex. It happens. All right. Is there one more? Leslie. Leo, if you want to vote, I'm going to be ending in 5, 4, 3. There you go. All right. 50-50. Y'all got possession. The counts plan to summon a demon to possess the queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the queen into a false sense of security. Lower defiance to 4 or less. All right. Laws of the land. We'll golden choice. We'll get people the money. Let's get this. I want the money. The treasury's almost empty, Your Highness. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you've been spending it a little too freely. Xavius redeemed 10 push-ups. You'll get that later. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open one of the predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold. Xavius, I'm gonna do those push-ups when it's auction time. I'm gonna take out that loan. Oh, last time I took out the loan, though, we just got fucked. I'll take out another loan. Why not? The Bank of Savalt and Gaul operates from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth all the way from across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send to take your signature has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back 25% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdom in debt isn't great optics, but you had no choice. I had full choice. A risky wager. Hold on to your mask, hats, and other accessories, everyone. Count Alex, the kind of just, is about to lose a huge amount of money. We bet our life savings on a boat race around the coast, and I am sure to win the day. So sure, in fact, that I petitioned the council to officially sponsor my voyage. Sounds dangerous. Depths below, Your August Majesty. I am a patrician. We practically learned to sail before we can walk. They're talking rubbish, Your Grace. My nimble struggle will easily beat Fog Envoy II's old boat. My name's not Alex the Kind of Just. Or my name isn't Alex the Kind of Just. If you sponsor anyone, sponsor me. Alright. What's happening, everyone? I am supporting someone, so who's getting supported? Alright, looks like it's gonna be sponsoring both. I'm fine with that. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neither noble knows what to say. Obviously they were hoping for special treatment. But you keep your reputation as the monarch who won't take sides. Excitement builds as merchants and tourists flock to the starting town. Soon both boats embark on their journey. They look very small and flimsy against the vast ocean backdrop. Your esteemed highness, I understand you elected to sponsor both competitors, but surely you have a sense that one will outdo the other. Would you fancy a small wager? Yes, I'd love to. Oh, excellent. Then where should we place your bet? Shit, I'm sorry. Alex the Kinda Just, just cheered me. I bet on him. A fascinating choice to sponsor both, but bet on one. Perhaps to show you that shows your true opinion. How much would you like to bet? Damn, if I had this, I would. 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold is most excellent. You won't regret this. You return to the capital, await news of the race. Okay, we just got the honor guard. Good news, Your Majesty. I received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light, blades and missiles crumbling to dust before they could reach you. You do not need to recruit an honor guard. The ninth god will shield you from all harm. I've never seen the ninth protect someone from a sword through the chest. You need tangible guards, Your Majesty. I've made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath. I don't need an honor guard, Your Majesty. I must protest in the strongest possible terms. The nobles will consider this an insult to their warriors' prowess. And more importantly, without an honor guard, you're totally unprotected. Is your life worth so little to you? I'm willing to risk it. Fine, no doubt the common folk will see this as a sign of strength. But don't blame me when you wind up on the wrong end of an assassin's blade. At last, a queen who trusts in the ninth. You have nothing to fear, Your Majesty. Your enemy's arrows shall miss and their swords shall falter. Let's go, no honor guard. Alright, I'm starting auction. I'm gonna do 10 push-ups while the auction is going because Xavius requested push-ups. Alright, I'll be starting the auction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm back after those 10 long and miserable push-ups. My arms hurt a little, I haven't done push-ups in a long time. Alright, Jesus, a lot of funding's going on. I can't see the F amount. Alright, looks like farming up, faith down. A new trend! Yes! Lord Patrician Bob the Mountain Man is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. Of course he does. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. The creature is so rare that one can now sell as much for his mansion. Well, I messed up that sentence. Very well, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs only go up in value. Buy the box of crabs, counting out the gold. Lord Patrician Bob assures you that you will not regret this purchase. Word from the boat race, Your Esteemed Highness. Count Alex the Just has sent you a letter by Seagull. The race continues apace. Noble Patrician Fog Envoy II and I are neck and neck, but I'm sure I'll get ahead soon. Bad news is, although we brought lots of preserves cabbage with us, weevils have gotten into the barrels. If we're not too careful, I'll starve and my sailors will be hungry too. The good news is that we've found this unfamiliar kelp that could be the answer to our prayers, but we don't know if it's poisonous. He asked for guidance on whether to use this seaweed for food. What do you say, Your Esteemed Highness? Oh no. Democracy! Everyone, we're really playing King of the Castle now. I love democracy. I do too. God bless it. No, this is democracy. This isn't tyranny. I'm playing tyranny tomorrow, I think. Democracy is fun. You are right. Soon you hear from Alex, the kind of just once more. All goes well, Your Highness. Luckily, some of our food barrels were free of vermin and we left the seaweed behind. Poor Fog Envoy, though. Their crew glutted themselves on the stuff, and it had a dreadful effect. We saw some of the sailors dive overboard in a frenzy. Alex, the kind of just is in the lead. You may yet win your bet, Your Serene Highness. Let's go. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Far to the south, a pair of grandees are conversing on the balcony of a hillside villa. One of them paces up and down, clearly agitated. It's absurd. The queen is a fool and a weakling, yet the people love her. The kingdom is as stable as ever. No golden age lasts forever, my friend. The peasants are a fickle bunch. As Grandee Circus talks, he lies back, casually lowering another olive into his mouth. The Grandee's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Hidden in a labyrinth beneath an eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak of their latest schemes against the queen. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working. Our reputation is secure. The problem now is the Archbishop, his beady little eyes, will be focused on us if we're not careful. We must evade him at all costs. Lower faith. Let's see. What happens if I do this? Nah, I don't need money that bad. I wish I could join y'all, but I can only do that after stream. Bankruptcy looms. Time to make more money. Treasury's almost empty, Your Highness. I'll sell off some of the jewels. You auction off dozens of necklaces, 5 gold rings, and a jeweled scepter to the nobles. It is a humiliating affair selling off symbols of power that make you look weak and desperate. Ooh, look at this tiara. Fetching, isn't it? Don't mind if I do. Hey, check out this scepter. It's like I'm the queen. Welcome, Lusiki. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Alex the Kind of Justice just sent word that he escaped a nasty storm on his voyage, but no Precision Fog Envoy hasn't been so lucky. They were blown off course and are running out of food. Your Serene Highness, surely it is in the interest of fairness we should send some supplies. By the blood of the dead, why? If they fell foul of a storm, that is their fault. This is a boat race, not a competitive fast. Do they deserve to perish, your esteemed highness? Leave no Precision Fog Envoy to deal with it. Have treasure. Send extra supplies as a prize for weathering the storm. Okay, well this is what we're not gonna do, and then I'm gonna wait. What? Polishman? Okay, I will be starting the vote and ending it because some people will probably join. I will just not be, and I will not be closing the vote. I'll wait. Yeah, see, a couple people got ad blockers or something. Don't want to make them wait. So close to getting a lot of the drops for this game. Still ads, I know. I'm actually looking at my ads right now because I just did. I'm seeing why, because it's. Why is there? Ads during the stream will be adjustable. Heads up time. Why is my ad 3 minutes long? Alright, I'll be ending the vote in like about 20 seconds. That was a pretty long ad. I don't know why that happened. Alright, I'm gonna end in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The patricians clubbed together to send barrels of ship's biscuits, preserved fruit, and dried meats to Fog Envoy II, along with some extra funds for the journey. Damn. Refreshed, Fog Envoy's crew races forward. The next year, both competitors are neck and neck. The race is nearly over. Fuck. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, securing a powerful alliance and a partner for life. Indeed, your majesty. The chance leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged three portraits on easels. Alright, let's see them. They whisk away the first portrait. This is Nateshka, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Polishman dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. See that beautiful fur coat she's wearing? Wolf pelt. Hunted it herself. She'd have this peasant revolt on her land recently. I wonder why. An intriguing candidate. Welcome, Endcore. From the coast, we have Eulalia, the wealthy heiress to noble patrician Winterstone's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. Apparently, she's got a silver tongue, too. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. And she's scarily good at it. I like the sound of her. And finally, from the south, Serafina, the eldest daughter of the Lusiki lineage, a formidable woman. The southerners say that her heart is as cold as a northern winter. Like many in the south, she claims but her faith in a god above all worldly concerns. And she's got her grand plans by all accounts. She wants to change the world. Not bad. What do you think, of course? By picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I've made my decision. Everyone who just joined, by the way, here are the teams. Winter Patricians and Core Patricians. Sir KotC, you're on Grandees. And Bullishman, you're on Counts. I think that's it. All the new people. I'm personally thinking... Oh, Count? Everyone's telling me Counts. You know what? I refuse to marry any of them. Without a marriage, you are alone. No alliance, no support. Not to mention an insult to the most powerful families in the kingdom. What possible reason could you have for choosing not to marry? I want to live a life of chastity in honor of the 9th god. I'm sure the church will be very pleased with your show of devotion, but the nobles won't. They'll see it as an abandonment of your duty. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it. We'll leave those. I like all of these. All 3 of these I'm a big fan of. We'll do the Dynasty event first. Your Highness, some anonymous firebrand in the south is spreading most inflammatory pamphlets. They're casting aspersions against you. What's new? Something's different this time. They're not just calling you a bad queen. They're criticizing the very concept of monarchy. This is republicanism, and not in Kurth, but in our very own kingdom. What should we do? I'll veto that one. Alright, let's see what everyone's voting. Fog, I didn't pick a marriage. Yeah, I picked, no marriage, no honor guard. Alright. That's majority. That was majority on D, so no matter what anyone else voted, it would have been D. But we must do something! You expect us to let the common folk attack the very foundations of our society? Thanks to your permissive attitude, the South quickly becomes a haven for radical thought. Intellectuals travel from across Celeste off to debate politics and philosophy. Conversation, wine, and money flow in equal measure. For the first time, people across the kingdom seriously contemplate the idea of a republic, but for now it remains a fringe faction of rabble-rousers and radicals. Alright, let me get my crab futures. Crab craze is swollen to unforeseen heights, your majesty. That's good, isn't it? The trade is so profitable that patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed. But who cares about that, your majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for. Sell, sell, sell! Your crab jewels... You sell your crabs for much more than you paid. The treasurer appears satisfied with your practicality. Meanwhile, industries collapse along the coast. The end is near. The coastal boat race is nearly at a close. I hoped the coast would win the day, but it appears the two boats will draw. Lamentably, things aren't going how the queen bet. How exciting. This race is of the utmost importance. On a completely unrelated note, I have a shipment of grain that is due to intercept the racers any day now. If my ship got in the way, who knows what might happen? I dare say the race's outcome might be altered. Of course, I could be convinced to alter the shipment's route instead. Your August Majesty, we must put a stop to this shameless attempt to sabotage the race. Alright everyone, I am golden choicing A. You get 500 gold for voting A, everyone. 500 gold for voting A. $500 gold for A, everyone. 500 gold for A. Don't let that get your 500 gold. See, already half the people aren't going to get it, so you're going to be get put ahead of these other people. Let me get my money. All right, everyone. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And of course I'm picking this. What? No, this is an outrage! Grandy Circos lumbering ship makes its slow way in front of Fog Envoy's boat, blocking the way to finish line. The grain makes its way to Taveline ahead of schedule. Soon, nobles and peasants alike gather at the finish line, watching breathlessly as the winner arrives. And it's Count Alex of the Kind of Just. Victory! Victory for the honor of the Counts! I could not have done it without the generous sponsorship of Queen Fran III. Now pay up, Fog Envoy. A patrician losing a sea race is a scandal. I don't know how it happened. Oh my god. Thank you very much. Perhaps you'd like a rematch in a year's time? Absolutely not. It's time for a nice holiday in my villa to relax and a lot of wine. Your Serene Highness, I'm delighted to report that you bet on the correct outcome. Congratulations indeed. Back in the east, merchants flock to investigate Alex the Kind of Just boat and use his sailing techniques to improve their own crafts. Fog Envoy, I will be getting you some money, don't you worry. Though the race is over, it's Grip the Kingdom. Similar bets take place as far afield as Sol and Kurth, some successful and others ending in watery deaths. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Our profit projections are completely flat. No growth in this quarter. It's a tough time to be a small business owner. Small business owner? Don't you own 20 mills and a dozen workshops? My point is, the coastal economy is suffering, and that's bad for our plans. The patrician aim is to raise their trade to at least 5. Whew. Your Majesty, I have a few messages from respected members of the clergy. Oh yes? Your decision to stay chaste in the honor of the ninth god has caused quite the stir, and many people want to meet you. The High Inquisitor mentioned wanting your assistance in dealing with some heretical items. The leaders of the Sisterhood of Steel would love to see you, and a group of reclusive monks have invited you for a visit. What does the High Inquisitor want? Tell me, what's this about a nunnery? The Sisterhood of Steel is an ancient order known for their military prowess, Your Majesty. They would very much like to speak with you and perhaps teach you their battle arts. Tell me about these monks. They live in a cave system deep within the coastal cliffs, Your Majesty. They're very reclusive, but they experience intense visions of the ninth god. You could gain a great deal of wisdom from visiting them. What does the High Inquisitor want? She has a stockpile of dangerous artifacts that need to be cleansed, Your Majesty. Since you have such a close connection with the ninth god, you are the ideal person to assist with the ritual, though I must say, it's not for the faint of heart. I've made my decision. I'll head to the Sisterhood of Steel to learn from them. Very good, Your Majesty. I'll let them know. You will visit the nunnery soon. Debt collection. Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm here on behalf of Savant and Gaul to collect what we are owed. You and what army? The Republic of Kurth guarantees all our loans to foreign states. If you fail to pay your debt, you'll be the subject of aggressive trade sanctions and eventually war. You owe us. I can't pay. It does not pay to defy Savant and Gaul. Your Majesty, we will return to the public of Kurth and inform the Grand Penitentiary that you're refusing to pay your debts. I ain't paying it. We're going to war. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the east, Your Majesty. The peasants are claiming it as a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of a panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions. The priests of the east preach that the comet is actually a good omen due to a new interpretation of an obscure cluster of stars. Fortunately, the church is trusted enough in the east that the peasants believe their pastors. The common is celebrated as a sign of the ninth god's favor. Alright. Everyone will be starting the auction now. Let's see what everyone... Raise our trade, please. Oh, if you are enjoying the stream, please follow. I would appreciate it. Raise trade. Why do you need to... What? I guess raise the patricians trade. $2,000, $2,000, $1,500. A small amount. All right. Is this what it's going to be? FNA? Alex, the kind of just, and Polishman, the biggest contributors. Trade up, faith down. Okay. The crab bubble bursts. We'll do that after. Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them, notably your inability to repay your loan from Salvint and Gaul. What can we do about it? That's for the council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this, but we can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. Alright everyone, it's going to be 500 gold to import goods from Ashmead instead of Kurth. 500 gold for B, everyone. 500 gold for the old B. B does work for everyone. I get everyone gold. It's a win-win for everyone. Alright. There are 4 nobles who haven't voted. You should vote B to get your gold. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, it's only these 2 grandees, but I'll be ending the vote. The Ashmedia Empire, though historically hostile to the kingdom, is more than happy to swoop in and provide for the kingdom in its hour of need. Of course, the aid doesn't come without a cost. Cheap Ashmedian goods flood into the kingdom's streets to replace Kurth's trade. Along with them comes a wave of foreign merchants, priests, and bizarre new customs. A small price to pay to keep the kingdom intact. It is. The crab bubble bursts. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician Bob, the very same patrician who started the craze, recently sold all his crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patrician benches. I will monarch vote A. I prefer A, but we'll see what happens. Alright, someone. Everyone, come on. I'm gonna end the vote in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will be bailing out the coasts. Ooh, that's a lot of money, actually. Fine. Your help is appreciated by the patricians and the many ailing industries that are propped back up. Let us never speak of crabs again. Alright, Spisterbud of Steel. You take a trip via the southern canals to visit the home of the Sister of Steel. Unlike most covenants, the place has a military look about it. You note the strategically placed arrow slits and high battlements. Slowly, the drawbridge is lowered. The abbess comes to meet you. Greetings, your highness. We're pleased you decided to visit. Now I hope you're ready for some exercise. I'm ready to learn. We are blessed, your majesty. You follow her into the convent, where the walls surround a wide open square. Battle nuns dressed in gleaming armor fence with rapiers and practice hand-to-hand combat, while a cluster of archers shoot at targets. We can teach you a number of different practices: hand-to-hand martial arts, archery, fencing. Tell me about martial artistry. The abbess glances at a pair of sparring battle nuns. One smoothly throws the other to the ground. Our martial artists first trained when the South was at war with itself, defending this convent with their lives. What about fencing? Our fencers are renowned all throughout the South. It is considered a great honor to be defeated by a steel sister. What can you teach me about archery? Across the courtyard, an arrow zips straight for the bullseye. The sisters have the best eye for archery in the South, nay, the kingdom. I've decided what I want to practice. Praise be, we'll begin directly. Does anyone know what these do? I'm probably going to do martial arts. Or here's what we can do. I'll create a poll. What should I learn? Archery, fencing, MMA. Alright, start poll. What do y'all, slap your votes in on what you think I should learn? I haven't done any of these yet. This is the first time I've done this. So, it's looking like archery is going to be it. Archery, martial arts is up there too, but, Leo, if you can vote in the poll. I never meta game. I meta game when it comes to options I haven't gotten yet. MMA. Well, the poll's almost over. We'll see. Right now, it's going to be archery, though. Oh, MMA. Alright, they both won. Damn. Who voted fencing? Archery, fence. I'm going to do archery. No, offense. You follow the abbess over to a dusty square marked on the ground beneath the scorching sunshine. The abbess draws a long rapier and hands you one of your own. The match begins. Quickly you realize while the abbess is fighting fit, fencing is not her strong suit. Close the victory. You strike again and again and quickly, and the abbess gives you a fierce grin. The ninth god was watching you today, your holiness. We are blessed. Indoors, it is blessedly cool. The abbess sets out a spread of footlongs, pungent cheese, and cold roasted pork. We spare no effort to venerate the ninth god. Doesn't it feel glorious? I need some water. She pours you iced water from a heavy ceramic jug. Slowly recover from your efforts. Exhaustion is the ninth god exerting his influence upon you. You're growing closer. Your holiness, thank you for visiting. It's been interesting to test your mettle. Oh, I thought maybe they might do something differently. Can you share your skills more widely? Verily, your majesty. Traditionally, we have kept ourselves to ourselves, but perhaps that can change. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The coastal economy is strong. What do we do with all this coin? We'll buy things, my friend. Lands, roads, bridges. We'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But first, we need the queen to be desperate for gold. To advance your scheme, 1,500 gold or less. A count rides to a remote, unremarkable spot of moorland. Soon, another joins him. Blood and stars, it's too dangerous to make a move against the queen with the church so influential. The counts aim to lower faith to 4 or less. Tax time. I'm gonna leave it the same. Don't want to fuck with Defiance yet. Just yet. Giant spiders. Your Majesty, a forest on my land has been completely overrun by giant spiders. Some are as big as horses. The trees are shrouded in webs and travelers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. Alright. Everyone, 500 gold for D. 500 gold for D. 500, yeah, Spider Cavalry, 500 gold for D. All right, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coexist. They're monsters. Mandibles dripping with venom, snatching merchants off the road and stringing them up to suck them dry. Perhaps we can change that. By the blood of the dead, these are arachnids. We won't get far with diplomacy. You send your chancellor to Quail University. Perhaps the scholars will have some ideas for how you and the spiders can coexist peacefully. Foreign customs. Your Majesty, I understand Ashmead saved us from Kurth's embargo, but I must lodge a complaint. Ashmedian visitors and merchants are spreading heretical beliefs about their nonsense god. Worse, a large following of converts has sprung up in the south, where the foreigners are thickest. Alright, let's call the council. Very good, Your Majesty. Oh shit. Alright, I'm monarch voting A, because we can get up that military. Anyone who's watching, it's ! join space your pronouns. You don't need to own the game to come play. Alright. Everyone, come on. Gotta get your money. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, authority, stability. Alright, I need to do this one. Gotta get that military back up. This is a grave mistake. If our people turn away from the ninth god now, the trials we have endured thus far will pale in comparison to his coming wrath. Your hands-off approach means that Kaldovaga's followers grow quickly, but it's not all bad news. It turns out that the priests of Ashmedi and the Machine God are by custom blacksmith as well as holy people. As Kaldovaga's influence grows, so does the number of skilled Ashmedian metalworkers and machinists who share new techniques with your own craftsmen. That's good. About my heir. Of course, Your Majesty refuses to get married against my advice. There's one thing you're missing, however, something even more important than a spouse, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. Should I do lowborn or youngest cousin? I think I'll do lowborn. The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to the status of royal. I urge you to reconsider. My mind is made up. I'll make the necessary arrangements. Hell no, we're doing max defiance route. No, we're not, but I'm gonna stick with these. Coexisting with spiders. Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm an arachnologist you sent for. Having spider problems. Giant spiders, to be precise. Pteracnus magnum, colloquially known as the giant spider or gigantula. A fascinating specimen and with many practical uses. You can raise them as livestock and then milk them for their potent venom. Or you can harvest their silk, which makes for fine sails and formidable armor. Last but not least, you could train them to be ridden as mighty steeds. Who could resist a cavalry regiment that comes into battle atop those mighty arachnids? The possibilities are endless, but first you need to get hold of some eggs. Not an easy task, I'm afraid. Alright, everyone. Money time. 500 gold for C. 500 gold for C. Everyone get your money. Alex, you don't really need money, but... Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Local farmers drive their herds into web-shrouded wood, but the starved goats and oh my god of the east prove unappetizing even for spiders. The arachnids stubbornly stay in their nests. Out of options, you order the forest cordoned off and the spiders left alone. You never heard anything more from the infested wood, though. Count Shingo grumbles that the occasional merchant still goes missing on nearby roads. Damn. Tragic. Missing nobles. Your August Majesty, a number of patricians have gone missing in the east. They traveled to Count Linlin's castle to negotiate a trading agreement, but they should have returned weeks ago. The missing patricians never made it to my lands. They most likely got lost. The east is a dangerous place. Where could they have gone? Just north of my estate lies Mulder Patter Forest. To the west, Twilight Lake, and to the south, Illyrian's Haunt. I like to live remotely. It does wonders for the souls. Who's gone missing? Three patricians. Noble Patrician FMX, Winterstone, and Encore. I'm certain that this is some kind of ploy by the counts. In a few months' time, he'll quietly offer us a ransom. Blood and stars, don't be so foolish. We'll find them. We just have to decide where to focus our efforts. Alright. I'll veto that. Where are we going, everyone? Where are we going? Alright, we got a split. Looking like it's going to be A. Oh, C. Alright, vote C, okay. C. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A detachment of Count Linlin's bravest knights ventured into the bedeviled marshlands known as Illyrian's Haunt. It's a fool's errand, though. They find nothing but bogs, marshes, wetlands, creepy cheese with faces on them, fens, dead bodies, mosquitoes, and swamps. The patricians aren't thrilled to learn that their compatriots have disappeared, of course, but the counts assure you if they haven't turned up by now, they're probably long dead. Damn. Welcome Encore the Third. Welcome FMX the Second. Welcome Winterstone the Second. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Nigel Sullivan has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capitals are showing it nightly. Oh, wonderful. I love his work. So do I. So does everyone. But the problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. How am I portrayed? The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is appended on her head as she sits on the throne. Your Highness, peasants, nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Queen Biffo. I think I'll attend the play for myself. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. What are you waiting for? The play begins. Soon enough, the clown queen arrives on stage, comedically tripping on her own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched queen handing her crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? Climb onto the stage. The actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Congratulate the actors on a hilarious play. The audience breaks out into relieved cheers. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. After that, the whole capital can talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. You're goddamn right. It was a funny play. They tested their doppelganger. True! Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The thrice-cursed queen is still refusing to sell us any public land. It makes sense. The treasury's flush with coin right now. Patience, my friend. Let us bide our time until the queen's gold runs out. The patricians aim 15 or less gold. Oh, damn. All in the south. Let's start with a contested wreck. Opportunity, your highness. A cursed ship sunk last week just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Cursed vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By the 9th, in fact, it's closer to our city of Hythos than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You were having money problems, your highness. Esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Alright, 1 second. Sorry, the stream is struggling right now, so I'm closing some apps that might be taking up some of the old bandwidth. Alright, that's it. Alright, I'm starting the vote. What will everyone be voting? There is a bit of a delay now. I know it keeps buffering. Something is happening with my internet right now, which is tragic. I'll be keeping this vote on for a couple seconds though. Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It should be fixed. It says my bitrate went back up. The giant spiders did get to it. Who do I allow? Who do I allow? Whose waters was it technically in? Yeah, it's technically in the patricians. I'll give it to them. But It's in our waters! Move over. The council word is final, isn't it? The operation goes ahead and yields a great bounty for the patricians. Spices from Atesh, Celeste pearls, and a strange music box that sends everyone to sleep. Yep, alright, it's fixed. Let's go. It's a 4-second delay. Praise the ninth. Our soldiers are renowned throughout the kingdom and beyond. We've awarded so many medals they can serve as a full plate mail in a pinch, your majesty. Why don't I transfer some of our best troops out police the capital? They'd improve security and show the southern army for what it is, the pride of the kingdom. You want to station soldiers in the capital? Your majesty, think of the threat to your security. Let us make use of them instead. Alright everyone, it's 500 gold for B. 500 gold for B. Fog, you should be voting B to get that money though. Vote B to get your money back. I don't want to bring him to the capital. I want to raise that military. Oop, some people might still be on a delay if you're hearing this and you haven't refreshed yet. I would refresh. FMX and Bob, unless you voted at 0 seconds, I would refresh because there might be a delay. I had a little bandwidth issue. But I will be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, Fog voted B. I'll remember that. Yeah, so Fog, Circus, Bob, and the FMX might be on a delay. Alright, I'll be choosing B. Sorry, Fog, you didn't get it. Grumbling, the Grandees sent some of their less decorated troops over to the east. The southern soldiers soon whip the local troops into shape. As the proud Southern Watch marched through the village, Eastern peasants flock to admire their drills at the parade ground. Many join up on the spot, eager to have their own sweeping capes and fine stiletto daggers. Cows go on milk and fields go unplowed, but the army ranks swell with enthusiastic recruits. Welcome, Frakoda. Welcome, John. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. You're just in time to get the crystal pox. Frakoda, your highness, I bring dreadful tidings. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the south. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your majesty, if I may make a suggestion, victims of the crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they are fully recovered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewelry. If we allowed the pox to spread, we could make money in the south. By the ninth woman, that is heartless even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want? For the south to lose money? Everyone, I'd vote C so military don't go down. Hope Polishman redeemed a 30-second ad. Oh my lord. Polishman with a 30-second ad. Once the ad ends, I will be counting down from 5. Alright. I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blockades are placed. Welcome, Skyfall Prime. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Blockades are placed on the roads leading in and out of the south. Nobody goes in or out. For months, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lies foul. No farmers left to tend them. Southern villages are dotted with the gleaming statues of the afflicted. But thanks to the council's quick thinking, the disease doesn't spread beyond the south's borders. Once roads reopen, the grandees harvest gemstones from the quarantined dead and sell them at a tidy profit. Auction time! Alright everyone, anyone who's new to the stream, it's !join space your pronouns to join if you want. You don't need to game. If you haven't played before, it's !fund space the letter space your amount to fund one of these. Patrician's goal is to lower my treasury, so you can't do that here. Grandees is to lower stability, you can do that. And the counts want to lower faith, and they can do that. Alright, I'll be starting the vote now. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, please follow. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna fund the observatory. Okay. We got a lot of money into D, some into E. Alright, we got money going everywhere. B, D. We got more on E. Looks like it's going to be B and D, though. Unless someone comes in with a big donation on E. Oof, Alex, I don't know if yours got in. Bob's, yours didn't get in. Faith down, stability down. Rebellion report on the verge. Let me just quench that real quick. Your quest for an heir is finally oh wait, no, this goes up. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. The council is filled with a nervous silence. My adopted low-born daughter. The silence continues, accepting a few stifled coughs. After the awkward pause has stretched out for over a minute, there's finally some sporadic applause. The nobles don't appreciate you inducting a low-born into the royal family, but whether they like it or not, by designating heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on your adopting an heir. What is her name? Fran the Fourth. Praise be your holiness. I'm sure little Fran the Fourth will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. The monk. Your Majesty, a young coastal monk named Gittelfrith seeks an audience. He's writing a book and has a small request. I can vouch for his seriousness. Send him in. Oh, send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I am writing a history of your reign, but research is costly. I was wondering if you might donate a little to support my efforts. Portray me as a living god. Well, I try to be an unbiased historian, but for you, Your Majesty, I'll make an exception. Thank you for seeing him, Your Majesty. I can't wait to read his book. Oh, Gittelfrith is trying to write a complete history of the kingdom. I doubt it'll be ready until long after we're both dead. I am most pleased with the observatory we built on my land, but the scholars believe that the observatory is cursed. They refuse to spend more than an hour under its roof. That's inconvenient. Yes, unfortunately no one can tell me why they think it's cursed. They say it just gives them a creepy feeling. What should we do? It has to be a faith choice, everyone. Alright, we got votes all over the place, mainly on A. Alright, we got B votes. I'm going to be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, Magical. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Magical, you are on the Grandees. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I was just seeing if anyone was going to slide in a vote. Paint puppies and clowns all over the observatory to make it less creepy. That's what we'll do. There's nothing less scary than puppies and clowns, those honking, squeaking bringers of joy. Soon enough, the observatory is covered in colorful images of giant, playful puppies and enormous, laughing clowns. The effect is more troubling than you'd hope. By the blood of the dead, your grace, this hasn't solved anything. The merchant is still avoiding my observatory like the plague. We'll shut it down until this is sorted out. Damn. Oof, is it tax time? I don't know if it is. I can't really afford to bribe everyone. So we just confirm. We go back to the rebellion report. And we pray. Your ambition. I think I've succeeded this. At the start of your reign, you said you want to be a conqueror. You look like you plan to live up to those words. The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, take command of their armies, and force them to submit. Or if you're looking to unite the nobles rather than smash them, you could declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. Oof. I'm thinking declare war on Ashmead. I will manage a poll though. New poll. Alright everyone, I just started a poll. 1 minute. What should I do? Top choice or bottom choice? Alright, it's looking like it's gonna be bottom choice. I will wait until the end of the vote though, you know, maybe something happens. Who knows? Magical, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Alright, let's see. What is the vote closing in at? Bottom? Okay. Declare war on the Ashmedians. A wise decision, your majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador. There's a Discord in the description if y'all want to join. Alex, thank you for reminding everyone. There is a Discord if y'all would like to join. You get pings about streams and stuff. I have a bot set up to ping, but it never works, so I always manually ping. Greetings, your grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. Oh, I was rather hoping to catch you by surprise. We all know there's a big war on the horizon. The only question is when. Now listen, the Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem like the empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, it's ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control. So why are you here? I'm representing Jalathalacanth, whose lands are safely distant from your border. If we were to invade, all we ask is you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. I will leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If we beat our oldest enemy, that would shut the nobles up for good. But winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise farming and military. Winter chill, taxing is. We'll do the winter chill first. Brr, the eastern winter is especially cruel this year. Your Highness, I can still feel it in my bones. I found the secret is layers. It's not about me. In the east, the river's frozen, and people won't work for fear of frostbite. My butler touched an iron fence post and lost his entire finger. I'll let y'all do a vote here. We got the A votes. The East needs our help. Alright. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The treasurer arranges for huge wagons of grain, fruit, vegetables, and meat to be sent to the east. As they roll in, peasants cheer weakly before hurrying back to their houses to shelter from the wind. Along with the food is extra seeds for the upcoming spring. The eastern farmland should be in better shape next year, barring any unforeseen accidents. Taxing issue. Your Majesty, help us! Grandee Skyfall Prime of the South has been bleeding us dry. He has? What is he doing? Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Grandee Skyfall Prime has been taxing his peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Majesty. I barely have any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. You're clearly having a hard time. I'll let you off. We are blessed. I'm relieved you saw sense, Your Majesty. But think of me cows, Your Honor! Me cows! Do you have the same name, profile name in the KotC Discord? I do. I am on there. I posted the stream link. Over the next few months, Grandee Skyfall Prime becomes rich once again by jacking up his taxes. The other Grandees follow his example gleefully. Soon enough, the farmlands of the south are destitute. The cattle are starving, and so are the peasants. Only the Grandees are fat and wealthy. We'll stay. We'll stay. Sorry, have to leave. There's something I need to do, so I'm not taking the spot anymore. No, you don't have to. Don't you worry. Have fun. Oh, Polishman, I will. Got my hydration here. A second hydrate. A third hydrate. It is my third. My fourth. There you go, Polishman. Polishman, you know, I really thought you would be saving up for the learn a word reward. No, I don't. You don't have to be part. Spend it on what you want. They're for you. I just thought, you know, but it doesn't work. I don't know why. Let me try it real quick. Mwah. You have to type in a word when you click redeem, by the way. You have to tell me the word you want me to type. Okay, for the last few months, Your Majesty, our new observatory has stood disused and forlorn. I went to visit it a few days ago. The joyous art pieces you commissioned have deteriorated. The puppies look sad, like sad ghosts, and the clowns look frankly alarming. While I was there, I met a woman who'd set up camp in the Equatorium. She claimed to be researching. From the look of her, I think she was a witch. She might be able to help us, or she's the cause of all this, Your Highness. I couldn't say. I hurried out of there to avoid being turned into a frog. Witches are not to be taken lightly, Your Grace. We must consult the council. Alright, there is an ad break in 50 seconds, so let's get this vote, and then during that ad break, I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick, so if I'm not back when that happens. Alright. Wait for your 1,000 coins. I've really VIP'd just some other streamers that I've raided and stuff, and they've raided me. Like, Casual Hoy, you'll see is VIP'd. Thank you, Casual Hoy, for raiding a lot. I appreciate it. You will. I know it. Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oop. It told me there was an ad, but I don't think one played. Okay. You would seek help from a witch? This kingdom grows more corrupt by the day. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure an ad wasn't playing. That's why I wasn't talking, because it said we were getting an ad, but no one came. The witch sends out word that she would be happy to speak to the queen, but she's terribly busy. She wants you to travel to meet her. This is an outrageous demand, your grace. You can't accept, both because of the risk and because of the shame. I think I'll send the Inquisitors after her. Oh, okay, here we go. Ad break ends. Alright, I'm back. Oh, the break ends. Welcome, Lopa, if you can hear me. Shingo, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Alright, welcome back everyone from the ad break. The current poll is to see if I win this second choice, because I will be clicking it. You can spend your points to see if I win or not. No one has voted no yet, so if you vote no, you might get a big payout. There you go. And once the vote ends, I will be ending. If you enjoy the stream, please make sure to follow. I'd appreciate it. Fog Envoy, let's go. Predicted no. Shingo again, thank you for the follow. Alright, the vote is ending soon. Get in your points if you want to spend them. Alright, let us see. After a few weeks, oh, I won. Manage polls. Choose outcome. Do I win? Yes. Complete prediction. Everyone got their payout. After a few weeks, we received word that a witch was captured and burned alive. The High Inquisitor delights in acting out every grisly detail. And as the flames rose, she tried to lay a curse upon us all, but the Ninth God protected us, of course. Oh, you should have heard her wail. Unfortunately, the witch's death doesn't solve the problem with the observatory. It's still got an unsettling air. Perhaps the witch had nothing to do with it after all. Bah, oh well, who cares? Without a word, Count Linlin hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with a white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. I'll attend. I'll see you at the next vigil, Your Majesty. Alright, let's see if I get my ambition. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. Today, at last, she's returned, and she's brought one of the patricians with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They sent a delegation to speak with you. Your August Majesty, of course we all support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather their crops? The kingdom could starve. We wouldn't want that. Just damn cowardice, if you ask me, your majesty. But all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Regrettably, your esteemed highness, we just can't commit to a war right now. The kingdom would starve. Damn cowards, a lot of you. Don't call us cowards. My ancestors have a proud tradition of bravely sending off peasants to die on Nashmedian fields, and I wouldn't dare disrespect that. Just give us time to build up supplies first. I couldn't bear to go an entire year without brunch. It proves impossible to convince your nobles to lend their banners to your crusade against Ashmead, not while the granaries stand empty. To improve your chances, raise farming. Alright, a curious curse, stargazing. Let's do a curious curse first. A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lord Patrician John, suspended in liquid. He pokes his head above the surface. Your serene highness, glub glub. A most infuriating circumstances has befallen me, glub glub. I can see that. I have been glub glub cursed by a sea wars as he inflicted me with these glub glub gills, so I can't leave the water for no more than a couple glub glub minutes. What did you do? I happen to own a tannery that is glub glub polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to glubbing? No. I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to glub remove these gills. Alright, let's not do that. Whatever y'all want to do, we'll do. Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After your soldiers close down the tannery and destroy its vats, the nearby beach returned to its former beauty and Lord Patrician recovers from his curse. Sure, a few hundred jobs lost, but it's a small price to pay. Lord Patrician John appears in the council a few days later back to his old self, though he has a case of hiccups that persists for several months. Diplomacy is underrated. This simply cannot go on, your majesty. These archboffins think they know everything. They know nothing of the ninth god's wrath. Please, your majesty, we found a perfect site for an observatory high in the southern hills, but it's on Grandi Lopa's lands and he refuses to let us build there. Such things are heresy. The stars are just as big and close as the ninth god intended. Who put you up to this idea, I bet it was one of those patricians. I'm fine with any of them. What y'all want? Alright, looks like we got everyone on A. Ooh, 1 second. I need to look up something. Manage polls, manage polls. Alright, I'll be ending the vote. Do we want to do a little vote to see if this pass or fails? Let's do a little prediction. Pass or fail? Everyone slap up your points, vote what you want. Pass, do we pass or fail? Come on, is no one feeling like betting? No one feeling a little of the risk? 10 on fail? 20 on pass, okay. 40 on pass, 60, 20, 70, 40, 50, 80, 170. Okay, okay. The grandees grumble and groan, but the construction goes ahead. Over time, the observatory provides new jobs and brings many traveling scholars to the area, paying for itself many times over. Choose outcome. Pass. Bad mushrooms. Bad news, Your Highness. The southern peasants are starving. Predictably, yes, but in their starvation, they have turned to foraging for desert mushrooms to survive. This particular variety is delicious and filling, but makes one very ill. After a brief recovery, all seems well. Please spare me the details. The next morning, the unfortunate soul rises from their bed in a fugue state, wandering the streets as though touched by a demon. Then they drop dead. The mushroom is so dangerous that my servants are calling it the Six Gods' Bane. It sounds rather useful. Oh, well, I couldn't comment on that. If we get more food in the south, we should at least tell the peasants what the Six Gods' Banes look like. $500 gold for A, everyone. 500 gold for A. Alright, looks like we're getting everyone on A. Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The harvest is little for the starving peasants, but at least the Six Gods' Bane is no longer on the menu. In the meantime, the Spy Master hoards the mushrooms, distilling them carefully down until a deadly poison remains. Alright everyone, auction time. Starting the auction now. Alright, we got B and D looking like they're both getting funded. B, E. Faith down, trade up. Yeah, you can just type in a random, like a large number and it'll use all of it. Alright, faith down, trade up. The deceased. The elderly Grandee Dorinda is a cousin many times removed of Grandee Fracoda has died in her sleep. She was nearly 90. Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed home in the south most of her time enjoying herself, but she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and all the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Grandee Dorinda was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By all that is holy, that is a pitiful claim. Welcome, Naomi. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for the follow, Naomi. I appreciate it. All right. I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The FMX slid in his vote through the end. The southern and eastern nobles watch in outrage as peasants occupy the estate and move into the manor house. Using the late Grandee Dorinda's money, the peasants set up a marketplace on their land. It turns out to be a huge success, with merchants flocking to the place in crowds. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop the Eastern Hill. Your journey takes weeks and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in bogs. Guests at the Crimson Vigil compete in who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening costumes. What did you dress as? A dragon, gem-studded wings with a golden tail. The wings get stuck in castle doorways and you keep tripping over your tail, but the counts are in such awe at your display of ostentatious wealth. Welcome with Wolf Warrior. Thank you for joining. As you're assessing your appearance, Count Linlin sweeps in dressing as a living corpse. Welcome, welcome. Your costume is extraordinary, Your Highness. Truly, it puts the rest of us to shame. Please remember to stay in the upper levels. The dungeons are out of bounds. In the ballroom, you'll find counts gathered, all dressed up as frightening monsters. Wolfmen, pumpkinheads, witches, and waiter glides past, holding a tray of footlongs. A pianist plays a mournful tune. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you play? A mourner, or are you willing to betray a hound of the betrayer? Don't you have a more prestigious role you can offer me? The most prestigious role is Queen in Exile, but that is usually reserved for the counts who have been attending the vigil for many years. Wolf, you have been plonked on the Grandees. Welcome, thank you for joining, by the way. I want to play the Queen in Exile. As you wish, Your Majesty. As a word of warning, a Queen in Exile, you must wear a flaming crown atop your head. I hope that you're not too attached to your eyebrows. Your ceremonial role is to run from the hounds of the betrayer, who will pursue you through the castle. The crown must not go out. The crowns gather after Count Linlin delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways. A flaming crown is placed atop your head. Ouch! Hot! Run! The hounds of the betrayer chase after you, howling and yipping, reminding yourself that these are just counts in silly costumes, but they're very absorbed in the role. Better get moving. Alright. What is a bit rate? I'm lagging. What is a bit rate? The bit rate's at 6K. It should be good. Damn, oh my god, yeah, it did dip for a bit. Alright, well, I'll be running a prediction. Pass or fail. I'll have it for a minute. Everyone, take this moment to refresh your streams. Everyone get caught up. I slapped up a vote. I'm going to choose one of these two options. It's a pass or fail. If you have no points, you can follow the channel and get 300. I do not see where I am. Wolf Warrior. Oh. Did it split up the teams? It did not split up the teams again, I don't think. You're on Grandees Warrior, Wolf Warrior, though. Alright, I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna take this, and once I get back, I will choose. Alright everyone, I'm back. I'm sorry. As you plunge deeper and deeper into the castle, you hear an ominous chanting close by. Too late. You remember Lin's warning that the dungeons are forbidden. Uh-oh. I saw you one. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Lopa, by the way, for the follow. I appreciate it. Turn back to the upper levels. If you head back upstairs, you meet the hounds coming down the other way. They easily overpower you and drag you back to the circle of mourners. You're dragged to the circle, your crown still smoldering. One by one, the mourners drop to their knees in a posture of worship. Caught me fair and square. The ceremony concludes with a wooden sword being placed across your neck and a bottle of wine tipped over your head. Apparently, everything went to plan. The counts cheer and clap you on the back. After that, the music is more cheerful. The counts dance and chat along into the night. At dawn, you board your carriage and begin a long journey back to the capital. Did I hear 420? BRB. Fog, I wish I had like a card or something to hit with you, but I don't. Your Majesty, I've been trying to gather troops, but your nobles are still concerned over the kingdom starving. Nah, they ain't. By the 9th, Your August Majesty, you're right! The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters, if it means teaching those Ashmedian bastards a lesson. That's the spirit. I trust we have the backing of the patricians in starting the war then? Yes, Your August Majesty, let's do this. One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for the launch of a war against Ashmead. The grandees will welcome the chance to teach those godless Ashmedian heathens a thing or two about the wrath of God. Wrath of the 9th God. Very well, Your Majesty. If you must pursue this hopeless crusade, let it never be said that the Count stayed home and hid. The nobles are united behind the idea of war on Ashmead, Your Majesty. Huzzah! Let's go to war! I like the enthusiasm, but it's been a long time since the kingdom's mobilized so much of its army. We need to ensure that they're up to the task. I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, Your Majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armor gleaming, crimson in the light of the dawn. Inspect your troops. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has been churned, the mud under the tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you are greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen, holding swords aloft, knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting, archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting targets after target. Beautiful, isn't it? Good work, my marshal. Thank you, Your Majesty. Let's march. Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom! For the queen! For the army is vast, sinking... The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmedian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you didn't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give inspirational speeches before the battle starts. Wave a sword around, then duck back behind your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sounds. Clapping, cheering, peasants are throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving the loss of their comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. Welcome, Lublu, by the way. All hail the queen, the conquering hero. Wave to your adoring fans. The cheering somehow gets louder. They really think you're a hero, even though you spent most of your time in a tent looking at maps. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, Your Serene Highness. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory. But now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention. Did you forget there is a war on? But what about democracy, the Constitution? Did the Queen misspeak? We may have won a victory, but the Ashmead will strike back, and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes. We need time to prepare. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite against the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmedian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. I'll be playing another one after this. Let's begin discussing plans for our next campaign. Yes, Your Grace, whatever you say. After that, the nobles never defy you again. But it's not like your life gets any easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmedian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilize immediately. With a sigh, you head back to your chambers and begin strapping on armor. Here we go again. I won a game after employing no honor guard. The patricians' attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed. Marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus wasn't favorable. Perhaps next time. In a sun-dappled vineyard, Balthazar and Grandi Circus opened a bottle of their finest vintage. Their schemes had amounted to nothing, but there's always next time. Shortly after Queen Fran III's reign ended, The Inquisitors raided Count Alex at Just Castle and placed him under arrest for evil magic. As he burned, he screamed the secret name of the 7th god. Queen Fran III's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent in fighting foreign fields. She conquered land from Taveline and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, she was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, she was tired. Alright, we had 3 years, 6 months, no spouse. Queen Fran IV. The richest being Alex, the poorest being Polishman. And here are the stats for the next session. GG everyone.